Tony, can you do this gig? You got to kick left-hand bass. Oh, no, 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 no. So I don't think, I took one gig in my whole career where I had to play left-hand bass, and it was a pretty easy gig because I had a couple other guys on the gig that could kind of pull everything together, and so I could focus on the left hand and not do too much with the right hand. But, now that I'm playing at home a lot, and I haven't been playing with a band or anything for a while, and I kind of miss playing with a bass player, I've been getting into the left-hand bass a little bit, trying to learn how to do it. I think one thing that a lot of teachers out there forget is that, they already know how to do stuff, and then we're trying to teach it to somebody else. They're coming from the perspective of they already know how to do it, and they kind of forget what it's like when you're just learning. So I'm just learning to do this, and I thought maybe, I could share some of my insights with you. So when you're playing a bass line, and I've had a lot of experience figuring out bass lines because I used to transcribe them off of Frank Sinatra records so I could do my little MIDI band. I'd have a drum machine and a bass sequencer and stuff. So I would actually transcribe bass lines. So I'm pretty good about knowing what to do. Approaching target notes chromatically, either from above or below, playing chord tones. So one good thing to do, of course, is just know how to do these 1, 6, 2, 5. All right, that's a good place to start. And then put some chords with it. And then you've got notes that you can improvise with. And one thing you kind of want to do is, and I did this with that song Joy Spring that I was just playing, is work out a bass line. Now, when I was improvising, I kind of, tried to improvise with both hands at the same time. But when I was doing the melody, that bass line is worked out. I know exactly what I'm going to do. And here's that turnaround. And then it, goes into F sharp, and of course, got a lot of work to do there. Now, some really good things to do when you're going through a chord progression is hit the root on the first beat of the new chord, right? If we're going to D, hit the D first. All right. And then if you're improvising with the right hand, the very best note to play is the third. Right? Because the third gives you whether it's a major or a minor. Like that. The next best note to go to is the seventh. Right? The seventh of D, right? And then the third of the next chord is usually just a half step or a whole step away. If it's a major, it's that. If it's minor, it's that. So. Right? So the seventh to the third. Now, you can go the other way too, I think. To the third, and then to the seventh, and the third. And of course, you already have to have spent a lot of time just practicing improvising over the chords, right? So that way, and eventually what happens is either one hand goes on automatic pilot and the other hand can do whatever it wants to do, or your brain is flipping back and forth quickly between what the left hand is doing and what the right hand is doing. And one good way to do that is to leave a lot of space with your right hand. So, that way you can think about the left hand, And those little transitions into the new key, starting on the third, to the next third, to that third. And there's a million lines you can use and make up that incorporate that. All right, so how about another one? Well, I didn't quite get to the third at the right time, but or, just being around the third helps. And, when all else fails, using a little bit of the blues scale, either F sharp blues scale or, this one. Now, another thing, too, is as you're going around this, you don't even have to really think of the chords at all. Just, use blues scale or, jazzy ideas in F. So I'm just using F pentatonic there. Using the F blues scale. Using, the other blues scale, along with a few other notes. And one other tune I've been working on is, what is that song? Spring, something about spring. It might as well be spring. I think that's it, yeah. It's a tough one, especially at that tempo, and if you're trying to improvise. Someday I'll be there, but not today. And, the best way to practice this kind of stuff, of course, is slowly and carefully. And, that's the only way I could even do what I was just doing there is because I've practiced. Another thing, too, is when your fingers just can't come up with something, pop in a few chords, There you go, folks. Hit the like and subscribe. Help me out. Help the channel to grow. I really appreciate it, and thank you.